Hey guys, we're FanCast, bringing to you our opinions and our feelings across the AFL from every team, well, almost every team, every week, and we'll tell it like it is. None of this, oh, we have to keep feelings aside. We don't do that here.
Yeah, look, we hard on the sleeve sort of stuff. It's going to be fun. Stick with us, subscribe, like, and we'll keep it going.
This is not a safe space. This is FanCast. Different clubs, massive, die-hard fans of each of our clubs. We like to think we know what we're talking about, and we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but it will all be about footy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of what to say.
That's perfect.
All right, boys, it's the buy round. Halfway through the season so far. We're representing 4 different clubs here, all at probably different points in our season.
Definitely.
100%. I think we could all have a little bit to talk about, a little bit good and a little bit of bad, and what we can improve. Maybe Swoopy,
I don't,
it's all good over on that side.
Yeah, nothing bad from me.
But let's start with you.
It's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. If you hear the chatter for Collingwood specifically at the start of the year, lots of media experts are just like, no finals, top 8, flash in the pan sort of stuff. And then we just keep getting better every single week. But yeah, look, at the top, there's not really much else to say besides I'm just loving this season. And look, I'm not saying we're not going to lose another game, because we will. Those losses happen, and they happen when you least expect them. We have Melbourne this week before our actual bye, so no, but it's good to see the boys happy, Craig McRae, and it's actually good to, I know we're only halfway through the season, but it's good to kind of show that we weren't a flash in the pan last year, and those wins that, we won 11 in a row last year.
I would actually be frustrated if I was you, because this reminds me of like Saints in 09, where you get to like 17-0, 18-0, and you're like, it's almost like the more wins in a row we get, the less likely we are to win the flag.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we want that loss. We want a couple of losses and then reset.
Yeah, because what I love about a loss as well is, you don't really love losses, but you get to learn why you lost. Like that Brisbane game, they started working us out that, if we push up high, they know that they have to just pull their forwards a little bit higher up the ground, then get us on the counter, then they go, and then their small forwards get a chance. There's no Darcy Moore, right? So we kind of learn from that, and we know how to prepare for that. When you're not losing, like you said, you're always sort of, there might be a couple of tweaks here and there, but you're always winning, so there's nothing to sort of really improve on. When there's a loss, you go, okay, Melbourne beat us this week because we were, the clearances or whatever it may be, so you can improve on that. When you're winning, it's just like, we need a kind of like a tune-up, really.
Yeah.
You take your car to the mechanic to get a tune-up, even if it's running well.
Let's talk about North. Let's go to the other end of the ladder. Mate, talk to us. There's been a lot that's happening. Some good stuff in the last couple of weeks, though. We've got to credit them there.
It's been interesting. The last probably 8 or so months, really happy in September, October when Clarko came in. And then the racism scandals kind of just muddied the waters a lot. For a team that's supposed to have a lot of optimism, the fans were really happy, got rid of David Noble, brought in a 4-time premiership coach. We've had to deal with a lot in the last couple of weeks. And then he's left the club as well for just a period of time. So on the one side, I'm really happy the team's showing a lot and we're building and we're getting better and better. In the last couple of weeks, yes, they've been losses, but you can see, even as opposition supporters, you can see, hey, North's a bit dangerous. If they're on their game, fantastic. But it's all the stuff beforehand. It's the slow weeding out of these players and these guys who've been at the club for so long. Kane Turner, for example, Ben Cunnington can't get a game. These people who the next 6 months or so is going to be the end of their careers. So as a North fan, I'm really happy, really optimistic, but there's still so much work that needs to be done.
Just seeing some of these youngsters. Like, obviously, Saints have got a couple already. Mitch Owens in particular, Filippo, Jai Newcomb, Sheasel, Wardlaw. Caminiti. Obviously, Nick Dacos last year, but still carrying it through and probably winning the Brownlows. Unbelievable.
Bailey Humphries.
All of these youngsters, some of the best players in their team already.
Yeah,
in their first
insane.
or second. It's so exciting to watch. It's not the same. Obviously, Bond and the Dangerfields, they're all great and everything, but seeing a Sheasel lead the midfield in some of these games and lead from the front, Mitch Owens taking the game by the scruff of the neck, it's unbelievable to watch. Like, it's so exciting.
And on that as well, Ross Lyon has revolutionised the St Kilda Footy Club. Like, I have nothing bad to say about the Saints. I've always liked the Saints. My uncle's a big Saints supporter. Always loved them. But he has just revolutionised the footy club. Was looked over for a couple of coaching jobs, who they'll be kicking their own asses now about it. But
and no other coach, I think, has been able to instill a level of standard on a consistent basis better than Ross Lyon in the last 15 years. And there are many clubs out there right now that would wish that...
100%.
And it's not about the talent for Ross. That's what I love about him.
Yep.
Everyone looks at our list and goes, they don't have any A-graders. They're not good enough.
Which is a good segue
to your big game and your club, mate.
And new coach as well for the year. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm loving Brad.
Yeah.
Brad, mate. If you're watching, Brad, I might name one of my kids Brad one day. What he's brought to the table has been just sensational. I don't think we're the most talented list. Similar to what Ross is doing with St Kilda. There are some coaches that are able to draw out as much as they can from what they've got on hand.
Yep.
And I think that Brad's doing that to a T. I think you know we've had some injuries to really important players. We're not the only team, obviously, but when you're bottom four in terms of age demographic for your team, that's obviously being propped up by the likes of Hippel and Phillips, who really won't be around for much longer. To have key injuries that we've lost, we were top four for injuries. You know, games lost experience to injury, and for a bottom four age team, that's, you know, for us to still be where we are right now in contention for playing finals. Yes, it's been a softer draw, but you can only beat who's in front of you.
Exactly right.
And
right.
We've been able to come up, and this year I've just seen effort across the board. The players have bought in, and that's something that I can't say we've had consistently.
We'll start with also, what's been your biggest disappointment of the year, either with your team or just with the AFL in general?
The tackle, just the tribunal, the reports, the exaggeration.
Yep.
And now players getting on board and actually milking free kicks. These new rules, I guess, putting it into the limelight is giving players that opportunity to win a free kick more than ever before.
Yep.
And it's ruining the game. Now, obviously, I'm a bit biased off the back of Dan Butler getting 1 week or getting offered 1 week. He'll probably get off, but the fact there's even a conversation is ridiculous. It's a good tackle, and if he goes for that, like, I'm losing faith in the tackle. You know?
Yeah. What are you suspending? Are you suspending the action, or are you suspending the concussion?
And that's a contradiction, because every other suspension has been outcome-based.
Exactly.
And now it's like, it's not outcome-based, it's now action-based. It's like, so what are the players supposed to do? Like, what can Dan Butler do different?
We saw Lachie Neale do it a couple of times, and he got 2 free kicks out of it. And I think one of the players that tackled him got suspended as well for that same action, because Lachie Neale came down with the tackle and he kind of forced him to turn and forced his head. It's not even a grey area. It's just a fine line. And these umpires already have enough of a hard job that they've had to put in an extra umpire. So there's 4 field umpires. Right, and they still can't get it right, and 2, these players are just not making it easy. Last year it was the ducking and the too high and everyone dropping their knees.
The standing
and stuff.
rule.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This year it's, hang on, we might be able to.
You almost have to just let them push them in the back, because that's almost technically the safest way to tackle the players, to actually push them into the ground front on, because otherwise you have to turn your body to throw them into the ground. How else can you tackle someone?
Right. Yeah. Look, guys, I think we should wrap it up, but what is one future prediction for the rest of the season for each of our teams? We'll start with the old Essendon over there.
I reckon we fight valiantly, have a lot of don't drop out of bundle, but we end up sort of just falling short of making finals. I reckon we finish 10th.
Like, it's a hope and dream, but Clarko comes back before the season finishes. Yep. I'd love Ratton to keep doing what he's doing, though. But just North's midfield with the young kids keep on developing, become a scary prospect for a lot of teams to play, because we've got 19-year-old kids that are beating, like, mid-20-year-olds in the contest and tackling them and making them feel it. So, yeah, keep building with those. We'll be pretty happy.
Love that.
And I'm going to say flag pies.
Flag pies?
You've got to say it.
Have to. Look, I know we're going to drop games from now until then, but
Sure you do, mate.
look, it's got a 2011 sort of feel to it, and it's just exciting. It's an exciting time to be a Collingwood supporter.
Love the positivity from all clubs at the moment. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's good. No, it's good. Even when the Kangaroos are positive, the whole league can be
because the
positive.
Carlton supporters not here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why.
Oh, yeah, that was...
It'll be positive next week. They'll beat us. They'll beat us. It'll be positive next week.
Stay tuned.
That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a
They'll
really good game.
They're a
I
good
can't wait for
matchup
that.
for us.
Look, before we head off, I'll
Yep.
just say one thing. The AFL's in a good position when an 18-year and a 19-year-old kid is keeping a 25, 26, 27-year-old player out of a team.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing at the moment with all the young kids coming through, with
Yeah.
all the good players happening. The AFL is getting stronger. The competition's getting a lot better than what we've had in previous years.
100%.
Spot on.
100%.
Yeah.
Well done, boys.
Thanks, guys. It was a good first episode.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh,
A lot of positive vibes.
yeah.
It's not going to be like that every week.
No,
no,
but,
it's just
But it's good. It's a good time to be a
If you like
supporter.
how we started, please
subscribe and like and comment.
Give us a
Yeah,
like,
do all that
share.
stuff.
all those wonderful things.
We're FanCast, and we'll
You've
take
just
you.
been FanCasted.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll see you in the next one.
See you then, guys.
We'll work on that.
Yeah. TBC.
Bye.